Welcome, Mark Hennys, and thank you very much for participating in this. Mark, I wonder if you could just tell me a little bit about yourself, who you are and what you were doing before you started the course.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So I studied at Glasgow Caledonian University, and I graduated in 2018 with a first class honours degree in international events management. Since then, I've been working in the events and festivals industry, primarily working public sector, and then also working in non-profit as well as private, doing some freelance. And then at which point I decided to come and study the PG DIP Arts Festival and Cultural Management course at QMU.
Super. And could you say a little bit about what attracted you to this course and what you thought you might be able to get out of it?
Yeah, definitely. So I think first and foremost, definitely that, the diversity of the modules. There's a wide range in terms of things like finance, all the way to cultural policy, and then things like governance and strategy. And I think it combines all the elements that are vital to the arts and cultural sectors. And I think it's very prevalent, it's very relevant, and the course seems to be constantly evolving as well. I think for me as well, it was important to kind of study in the festival city itself, having not studied in Edinburgh, but being from Edinburgh, it was important for me to be at the heart of where it all happens. And I kind of wanted to build upon my interest in event policy and delve deeper into that. And I felt that, the program really offered that. And I suppose lastly, I felt that it would be helpful to kind of build upon my international event management experience, and felt the program is well connected with the arts and cultural organisations that I would be ultimately interested in working for.
Super. Thanks very much. Just a last question. What do you think is going to be the most beneficial from your time at the Arts Festivals and Cultural Management course? How do you think it'll help you going forward?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it definitely gives perspective of the arts and cultural landscape from industry professionals. The modules interlink with welcoming us to a range of different stakeholders that are operating and are working in the sector, and that's really, really important. I think I'm also able to work collaboratively. I'm also able to work collaboratively and digitally with others from sort of different theoretical and industry backgrounds, and that's a really key point. And I think in terms of getting out of the program, it offers flexibility in terms of the assessments. I can tailor my specific arts and cultural interest to each of the modules, and I think that offers kind of rich research opportunities as well. I suppose lastly, in terms of the learning aspect, I'm learning practical theory, such as finance and fundraising in the context of nonprofits, and that's going to prove vital when I transition back into industry once the restrictions are lifted, in a post-COVID world.
One day we'll get there.
One day.
Super. Thanks very much for chatting with me, Mark.
You're very welcome.